seed. Say a prayer that the roots grow deep, 'cause it's all grown naturally.
Pretty excited about this year. I think the industry as a whole is solid this year. We've seen better, but we've seen far worse. I think the biggest thing, we had that El Nino period that came in, and we had some warm and wet weather. So we saw a little bite there. We saw some stand loss in a couple of fields planted in late November. But I tell you what's made it looks great. Stanley Farms is a third generation farm group since we've been incorporated. But tell you the truth, I'm sixth generation to farm some of the same land. And I think it really grabbed hold for us back in the late 70s, early 80s. Piggly Wiggly, which was headquartered here, they really started pushing that. And us farmers, hard to make it in row crops, and we happen to be in a great vegetable belt. So it was just a natural, and then of course the soils and the climate was the icing on the top for these onions.
Our home is here in the heartland, where we work and earn these calloused hands, generations of dedication.
So we've had great marketing. We've had a great Georgia Department of Ag that's helped get behind this thing, keep it professional, keeping it moving ethically and legally, and that's two things that we've definitely needed. So back in 1999 and even before, we just had all these great number two or onions that would be great for processing, and instead they became a byproduct or waste product for us. So it's taken a lot of time and effort to get to move those onions out, get them plowed back into the dirt, that sort of thing. So we just thought, hey, what can we do with this product? All farmers had that problem. So in 1999, we started, we actually bought into a small group called Manning Farms, and we started bottling, or they were actually already bottling, but we grew the bottling product side, which is basically now turned into almost 80 different bottled products that use Vide onions as a key recipe.
American farmer.
About a year and a half ago, we got bought out by a private family group that already owned a great family farm by the name of Coggins down in Lake Park, close to the Georgia-Florida border. Coggins Farms mirrored a lot of what Stanley Farms has been in the past, and that is a third generation farm that even had more generations that farmed that same land, with a specialty in carrots, leafy veg, sweet potatoes, blueberries, tomatoes in the past, peppers. So they really done a great job down at that Florida border. So long story short, we merged together just a few weeks ago to come up with a name which is Generation Farms. Made up of Coggins and Stanley. Really there wasn't a lot of overlap as far as the vegetables and the row crops that we've grown. So you got two different groups of professionals that have 100+ years experience in the field, and they're not overlapping much, so we've got the instant diversity. And not only that, now we've got a 200-mile footprint all the way almost to South Carolina and down into North Florida. So what that means is we're able to have crops come off and we stay in that marketing window longer. I'll give you a perfect example. We're right now just getting started at the Georgia-Florida border with our Swanee sweet onion. And that's going to start the momentum, get the process started. We're going to take that crop and gain that momentum and grow right into these onions that you see here. Everything's so competitive now. The American consumer is not going to pay a lot of money for food. They are going to demand excellence. They're going to demand the highest quality. And if you're going to do that, you're going to have to put together these aspects that we've been talking about today. There's no other option if you're going to stay into this business.
The American farmer.